As you already know, I am at risk of career Huntington. At first, my family Huntington's occurred with my grandmother. I never got to know her. I just saw the pictures of her laying in her foster bed. Mishka! My grandmother had 4 children, my mother, my uncle and my 2 aunts. My uncle was the first diagnosed by Huntington's disease in his early 20s, and after his diagnosis he only got 2 more years to live. My mother was the second diagnosed by Huntington's disease. She has juvenile Huntington's disease, which means that the disease broke out before her 20s. Nevertheless, my mother now is nearly 6 years old. She's living in our foster home for about 20 years now. She can't walk, she can't eat, she can't talk, but with her mind she's still there. She still recognizes me, and that's what matters the most for me. My older aunt was the 3rd diagnosed by Huntington's disease in my family when she was about 30 years. She lived in our foster home for about 15 years. She has children which also have Huntington's disease, and eventually 5 years ago she died. My younger aunt was the only in the family tested negative for Huntington's disease. She has a daughter which is also negative, of course. At first, for years, she didn't want to know whether she's positive or not. But when her daughter got older and she wanted to make the test, she made the test first and got a negative result, so a positive result. She has no Huntington's disease. I am still not tested yet. I made 2 tries 5 years ago and 1 year ago, but had too much depression. So I had to take a break. Now I am pregnant with my first child. Of course I know that he also has the risk of getting Huntington's disease one day in his life. It was my decision, it was my husband's decision to get this child on a natural way. For me, life with living at risk of Huntington's disease is as valuable as any other life. Of course, you will get to know about my pregnancy story in another video soon.